Now, David S. Goyer has taken a break from writing Batman movies to direct The Unborn, a thriller about tormenting demons.
What are you doing, Maddie? Keep looking. Keep looking. Maddie. Maddie, stop that. We have to go.
Jumbie wants to be born now.
Don't make her tell you twice. Yeah. Joining me now, a filmmaker whose work you know from the Blade trilogy and Chris Nolan's Batman films, writer and director of the new horror film The Unborn. It's David S. Goyer, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
What the hell is a jumbie? It's either like a Fisher-Price Child's Play thing or a weird Urban Dictionary sexual term. Where's the jumbie? What's the jumbie? Why does the jumbie want to be born?
Okay, jumbie originally was meant to be just like a made-up. You know, some people they get pregnant, but they haven't come up with a name for their kid yet.
Okay, yeah, or haven't decided they really want to be.
Yeah, so they come up with like a joke name, you know,
right.
for the kid. I had a friend who got pregnant and couldn't figure out a name for the kid, and her nickname was Jumbie for the kid. So I was like, okay, that's what it's supposed to be. Only after I wrote the movie and we were in prep did I find out that Jumbie is actually, I think it's a term from the African country Ghana that means like ghost or demon or something like that. So it was just this.
Did your friend know that they were naming the baby in the womb?
No, absolutely no. It was like, absolutely not.
Because that's not in the baby name book, I don't think. Like, you'd have to do some serious Googling to get that one down. Well, you know, thanks to, like, we have movies like The Exorcist, we have Amy Winehouse, so we're familiar with demonic possession. Like, we get how these things work, but it's slightly different in your film.
Well, I wanted to do sort of a different twist on it. I started doing research about exorcisms and things like that, and most people, their conception of exorcisms comes from the, you know, freakin' film, The Exorcist.
Right, yeah. Head spinning, pea soup spinning,
everything like that. But the truth is, there didn't used to be that many exorcisms reported. There was actually exorcisms in America. There was triple the reportings after that movie came out. Really? So it was a case of sort of art, you know, influencing life.
Right.
But the exorcism rite goes back thousands of years before the Catholic Church, before Christianity, and it started in Judaism and Sumerian legends and things like that. So they performed exorcism rites for thousands of years before the Catholic Church.
And it's not the same old, you know, wet the bed sheets and throw the holy water type thing.
No,
it's not that.
No. I mean, look, different cultures have different rituals, and I decided to base this one off of something coming from the Old Testament. And then specifically the exorcism that we do in the film is based on one that's purported to have happened in the 17th century.
Okay.
Which didn't work.
It didn't work?
The patient died.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's okay. You got to try. Trial and error. But speaking of the Old Testament, I want to go to something that dates back for ages. It's rather biblical. The advertising for The Unborn appeals on that same level. Yeah, Odette Ass is I mean, that's timeless.
I do have to qualify, though, that technically that's for the international poster. There actually is an American poster, which everyone's completely forgotten now.
Right, yeah, well, as they should.
Yeah.
Why does the international community get treated to that shot and the Americans don't?
Well, the interesting thing was the breakdown of which countries were going to get, you know, which poster. And so it's, you know, America, we get the poster of her face kind of screaming in profile, and I think that was the case in Britain and France and things like that. And then you go to Latin America, and they get...
Right, they want to see the Brazilian. So there you go, yeah, and there it is. Now, well, thank you, by the way, on behalf of everybody and the internet. Thank you for
that's
that.
that's actually the toned-down version of They rolled on another version, and it looked more like sort of a penthouse picture or something like that.
Was there a focus group for this poster? Or
They do focus groups, yeah.
And how do I sign up for that gig?
Yeah.
Do you have an in? Can I get invited to that? I want to be on the Odette Ass panel.
I wasn't involved. I know, it's like, which ass do you like better or something? I don't know.
This is the Haynes her way. Now we have the FTL version. Which do you want? Now, I want to ask about Batman very quickly, because it seems like, I know you've got some ins. You get instant messages every now and then from the Nolan. And I'm just curious.
No,
not from the Nolan?
Chris does not do email.
He doesn't?
And he doesn't have a cell phone.
What is he, pager code? You have to 143 him?
No, he's not. He's very analog. He's old school.
Okay, so he has a rotary dial or a tin can and a string, but
Basically.
nevertheless, you have a connection to him.
He does semaphore. You know what semaphore is?
Flag
Yeah,
language.
exactly.
So he might be landing a plane or letting you know a plot
Exactly,
spoiler for the new
exactly.
Batman. But it seems like there's a new rumor every day, and so if we could just, have you heard any particularly crazy ones? Are they bringing back
I heard Shia LaBeouf as something. I don't know what.
Better not be Batman's son, and he's swinging from trees or
Robin or something like
that. Are there aliens at the end of Batman?
Yeah.
Come on.
They're going to nuke the fridge in the next Batman.
That's the strongest fridge ever!
I heard Eddie Murphy as the Riddler, and then I heard also, it seems like every day there's a new one. The best one I've heard is Cher as an aging Catwoman.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like she's got a lounge act or something in Vegas. I don't know what it is.
Yes. And her pitch correction will work well,
Yeah.
too. Are they bringing back the nipples on the Batsuit, maybe adding a third just to spice it up? Or
A third nipple? I can safely say that I don't think there'll be any nipples involved, any bat nipples involved in a Chris Nolan Batman.
Good. Or Cher's, hopefully.
Yeah, or
they're,
Cher's.
they're both creepy. Very quickly, David, what's coming up for you? I know you have an ABC show coming out.
Yeah, the next thing on tap is a pilot for ABC called Flash Forward that I wrote with Brandon Braga, also of Star Trek fame. And I'll be directing that next month. Joseph Fiennes, John Cho from Harold and Kumar, and a bunch of other people. And they're sort of positioning that as a kind of to replace Lost when Lost goes off the air.
Ah, if and when it ever does. Because they will end up extending that another 12 seasons.
No.
They're going to find a way.
No.
There's more polar bears somewhere.
It's the penultimate season.
David, well, wish you the best of luck on that. And
Thank you very much.
On the film. It looks great. And thank you again for the poster. Guys, The Unborn opens in theaters this Friday. Check it out.